Music is a universal language understood by all. Music helps us to express our feelings and emotions. This is a food for our soul. Our evergreen Goa have been blessed with great musicians for many generations now. A lot of our talented youth continue to keep the spirit of Goan music alive to this day, continuing the legacies, making us so proud. Today, we have been honored to spend some quality time with one such enthusiastic youth, a musician, singer, and a songwriter from Amche Goy, Maven Fernandes. Welcome to our CCR TV studio. So Maven's known for his Konkani hits, and besides into music, Maven's really a good footballer. Like he's an enthusiastic footballer. But we'll come to that later on. So Maven, could you please tell us about yourself?
Hi, I'm Maven and I come from Kapdaram, a small village there. It's called Nue, and Kapdaram is a part of it. So I've traveled all the way, and yeah, it's a place that inspires me to make music.
Okay.
So,
And how did you get into music? Like, what's the story behind it?
music came into my life like pretty much early through my parents and let's say my villagers and people around me. Whoever was there around me was into music, so
All right.
it came in easy.
So, are you a self-taught musician?
Not really self-taught, but I did music training for a year under Father Peter
All right.
Cardozo. He's of Pilar Fathers, and
Yes.
then under Father Peter, then there was this fine gentleman. His name is Maven Fernandes, who used to play the guitar, and the way he played the guitar, it was always very inspiring.
Yeah.
So for me, it was, like I had all these inspirational people around me. My cousin, his name is Freon, so he was very inspirational to this musical journey, and still a lot of musicians inspire me, from young musicians to really old musicians.
All right. So, like as we all have like a hero that we look up to, like someone that inspires us. Who is that someone for you? Who you get inspired by, and like you've started your music career like being inspired by that particular person.
I would not say like I have one hero, like I have a lot of
Yeah.
heroes that I
Right.
keep in mind.
Yes.
When I was young, there was a certain genre of music that we used to listen to. Like my mother, she was always into Jim Reeves, and then we used to listen to Jim Reeves. But then my uncle, he used to listen to Enrique. So when we were young as kids, we used to listen to various artists, and
Yeah.
my uncle used to put music like every Sunday, every morning when I used to go to my granny's place. My uncle used to have like lots of retro classic hits like Boyzone, MLTR, Westlife, Backstreet Boys. All these songs used to play in the house, and I used to love to go there because we used to wake up to music, good music.
Yeah.
And I did my schooling in Loyola's, where there was Father Cedric. He was a music enthusiast, and that is how I joined the choir. And he used to give us songs which were actually, by other artists, but then he used to make them gospel songs in a way and make them sing in the choir.
Yeah,
So it was
right.
like quite different, but also inspirational because he was making music for people
Yes.
to rejoice, celebrate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I suppose music has still been your ikigai.
Yeah, like
It is, or is it
it-
football? Other than that,
music, football, these are two of the things that I love.
Yeah.
And I love watching football. I love playing football more than watching football.
Yes.
And I love to sing. And I still remember, I don't know, at this very point, I remember this one stupid comment that happened in my life. It was somebody said to me, like, no, you sound like a frog.
Oh my God.
And I was like, okay, wow, that's bad. And I stopped actually
Yeah.
because that came a little bit hard on me.
Yes.
And someone calls you a frog, it is really like a down moment in your life, like now when you
I
wanted
mean,
to
yeah.
sing.
Right.
But then I never thought of making music my career, although I used to write original songs back when I was in college. I used to write a lot of English songs. And Konkani has been like really recent as of 2020, since the outbreak of COVID. But then ever since I've taken a break from football, I think music is the ikigai.
Yeah. I mean, and you have been writing music since like a long time, right? Like when you were young.
Yeah. So from 14, like when I was 14, I remember I wrote down my first song in English. I used to
Okay.
write a lot of songs in English. So my parents, like my mom, she's into charismatic,
Yes,
yeah,
got it.
and she's into the church. And my dad, he's into theater, like he's a
Oh,
theatrist.
yeah, really nice.
So what happens is that I used to write a lot of songs. My uncles, they are into theater as well. My cousins, everybody was into theater.
I see.
So that art form came in from them, and I was the black sheep of the family because I used to write English.
Okay.
So English, everybody was like, okay, fine, what, like, why are you doing songs in English when everybody's doing songs in Konkani? You don't
Yeah.
have that skill. I was like, Konkani is not my thing, like not my thing. And then suddenly, it just happened during the onset of COVID, you can say. Like after COVID happened, like I was like, I want to become a musician, and I just want to do like the music thingy, like a part-time thing, but also I want to make music in a way that people know that there's this guy called Maven.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I was like, who makes music? So my goal is still to make music in Konkani, in Hindi, and in English as well. So
That's
that's
really
very
nice.
different.
Okay.
So
So yeah, if you could collaborate with any musician, dead or alive, who would you pick?
right now,
Yeah, I mean,
I would prefer collaborating with our own Goan musicians.
yeah,
Actually, I
that's
don't
really
mind.
nice.
I don't mind if I get famous or like that. I don't mind. But if there's a different guy, I would say Ed Sheeran one.
Wow,
Yeah, so
really.
Ed Sheeran is like, yeah, Ed Sheeran is one. Jason Mraz two. But then if it is Goan, then there's this friend of mine, and I hope someday I will make music with her. Her name is Gretchen Barreto,
I see.
and she's really good. Um, of course, Mark Revlon is, he's like,
He's a legend.
yeah, he's amazing with his voice. And
Exactly.
I want to work with Alan. His name is Skeletron, like the stage name.
Oh yeah, right.
Skeletron.
Got it.
And I don't know, but I want to be very different from other musicians. I want to get into hip hop trap culture. So Somayoki is one.
Well, yes, I mean, like,
Yeah.
tells a lot. Okay, so your song, Tiyo Moga, it has gone hit lately, and like everywhere I go, I'm always listening to this song. So, like, how did you come up with this concept? Like, what inspired you to write this song? Like, what made you feel that something that gave a spark to this song that you want to tell us?
Whenever I write my own music, whenever I make my own melodies and my own tunes or lyrics, um, it's like on the spot. Like we search for inspiration, and I won't keep things very raw. So if I have to start with Tiyo Moga, I will have to start from scratch. How I did that song. So I don't want to make music the traditional way.
Yeah.
Like I see every day, like there are at least 2-3 people who'll make a love song, and it's the same concept every time.
Yes.
Or there'll be a band that will be singing a same tune of a same melody, or the same arrangements of music are there throughout the song, be it
Yeah.
English, be it Konkani, and this is coming from our state. And I'm like, I don't want to be that. It is like not what we want. Like I want a song that lives for at least 10 years, 20 years, or until I'm dead. At least like
Yeah.
that song should play, or even after I'm dead. I feel like even after I'm dead, that song will play. And I was like, after I'm dead, okay, so what are they going to listen to? So I was like, okay, fine. So that stuck in my head, and I was like, okay, fine. So like there was a friend of mine who said, like, no, see, Maven, your 2-3 songs, they are really good. So even if you're dead, your songs will keep on existing. So your voice will live on. I'm like, yeah, my voice will live on. So I was like, okay, fine. So I need a heartbeat. Like I was like, my heart beats for you. Like you know
Yeah.
that phrase, right?
Yes.
Like that phrase, that catchphrase was like, my heart beats for you. So I was like, okay, fine. Let's record the heartbeat.
Ooh.
So I recorded the heartbeat.
Okay.
So like we amplified like a closed space,
Yeah.
and then we amplified and we got the heartbeat and it was recorded, and we assigned that, we programmed it, and amplified it, all the these musical technicalities in the
Yes.
studio. That was done and was really nice, and I was like, okay, fine, let's go. And Uncle Francis, he had this wonderful tune that was like really raw. So I have a keyboard, it's like the SX900, so it is just recorded, like, and you can hear it is very raw. A lot of musicians have said like no, that raw part sounds good on the guitar.
Yes.
A lot of musicians have also said it doesn't sound good.
Yeah, right.
But I'm just saying, like, no, my perspective is whatever I like to create, you listen. Like, no, you listen. You want,
Yeah.
you don't listen. Like,
Okay.
no, that's my perspective of putting music out. You like it, you don't like it, that's my thing. And at the end of the day, it is what I will be, remembered for.
Yes.
Like maybe, like, no, let's go back to the yesteryears. Nobody will go and tell Chris Perry, this was not sounding right.
Yeah, right.
Everybody's playing today what Chris Perry has played. So tomorrow
Exactly.
may be like, no, if I create something upbeat, something very peppy, the way I like it, people might not like it now, but then there are people in the future who might say like, okay, this is making
Yeah.
sense to me. So that is my vision when it comes to my music. So I want to make music very different, like how Ed Sheeran is.
Yes.
Yeah, taking inspiration of using, you must have seen Charlie Puth and
Yes.
his musical
Yes,
videos,
yes,
reels, the
totally.
way he makes music. So I want to take inspiration from them, at the same time do something that I want to do and protect my language, like, and do something. So Tuyo Moga started that way, and the lyrics were just on the spot.
It's very
So
nice though.
we went to the studio, and there's this guy called Divesh. He plays in a band called Night and Day, Cielda's band.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I went to his studio, and I just said like, no, I have something in my mind, just play this file, and then we recorded on the spot. And I just knew the tune. There was no concept in terms of the video. I
Okay.
just like, this is something we have to give.
Yeah.
And that is how we ended up with Tuyo Moga. And surprisingly, that day I had a gig in the evening. There's this girl who sings with me. Her name is Maven Fernandes, and I asked her like, just sing the harmony part of it
Okay.
for Tuyo Moga, and it sounded really nice. It sounded really beautiful, and then we went ahead with it. We were there in the studio that day just for 1 hour's time when we were recording our vocals, and that's all. We didn't spend more than
Wow.
45 minutes in the studio, and the rest of it was creative work, and that is done.
So how did you use the heartbeat? Like, what was the recording for? The heartbeat.
The heartbeat was earlier. The
Okay.
musical arrangement is usually done before.
Okay.
So, and then we record the vocals.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of styles that I want to work with, but usually for me, whenever I start recording, I have a musical tone that is that a musical note that I have to carry throughout the song, a melody that I have to carry throughout the song.
Yes.
That helps me, assist me even when I'm recording.
Yes,
So it
sir.
makes things easier. And I'm a guy who likes to finish work when the adrenaline to finish it is there. Once
Wow.
that adrenaline is gone over, like, no, I don't have the energy,
Exactly.
to complete the project. So I love finishing my work on, like, no, in short spaces of time.
Okay. So what comes first for you? Is it the melody or the lyrics?
For me, it is always the melody. I want to have good melodies with me. I started first with Ravya Sangatan,
Yeah.
which was a beautiful melody, and we sampled it from some other song that was there, and like the next one, Sanni Nodrin, which was
Yes.
also quite trending for some time. I like that because it was very retro kind of, and I was like, I'll do just one retro in my whole album. So my album, I was like, slowly I'll have this many songs, but then
Okay.
I had the idea like, this is going to be this type, this is going to be this type. So I
Okay.
was trying to cater to every audience, like every story that has been there. So like, I was drawing inspiration from my friends, from their stories. Like Ravya Sangatan is mostly like how I perceive love. Sandy Nodren was different, like how I see love when two young people fall in love and they stay continuously. Like there's this couple, he's a friend of mine. He's like He's like my best friend. His name is Joshua and Alexi. So it was like their love story. Like when he started young, like when he explained it to me, I was like, oh, this is how I have to, project out a song. There was a song called Rotta Odasan, which is like the name says, like I'm crying in remembrance of somebody.
Yes.
It is a love song, but then it's like more like a redemption song.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it is a sad song. But then I said like no, like I cannot have too many sad songs in my list,
right.
and too many slow songs won't happen. And slowly I will progress with the tempo, like. And then I was like, I'll put out another song. It was on the onset, like last year September 20th. I put out a song called Tu Kitne Sobit.
Yes, that has gone totally hit. I mean, everyone around in South was like hearing that in their car, and even in classes, like people would like recommend it to the teachers, like you should hear this song and stuff. So it was really a good song.
I was not aware of that.
No, it's really gone hit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Tu Kitne
so
Sobit, it is a very different kind of a song, and a lot of people have been telling me you should make a music video for it. And yes,
Yes.
we are making a music video for it.
oh wow,
Yeah, and when it comes to Tu Kitne Sobit, it is one of those songs which are very close to me. I consider Tu Kitne Sobit as like my best work,
okay,
but everyone has different opinions about them.
Exactly,
But then
yeah.
me as the artist, I like have a very personal, close touch to the song.
I feel everyone got to know you like as Maven is because of that song. I personally feel is because a lot of people that I spoke to, like whenever we had a conversation with music, they would always like recommend this song, and then they would be like, this song Tu Kitne Sobit, it's like so good and all. And to tell you, like I was like really happy to know about it is because like I kind of knew you that time, so then I was like, I'm very proud of him now. So yeah. And has life ever put you in a stressful situation, like through music?
Through music,
Yes.
no, I mean through music, I would be like, say I'm a musician, but I'm also a performing artist.
Okay.
So at the same time, I have gigs, I have deadlines in terms of how to learn new songs, how to
Right.
take new songs. Like I love something, but the market is wanting something else,
Exactly.
and you're supposed to get out of your shell. You're supposed to be out of your comfort zone, but you won't grow until you put yourself in a stressful situation. So you always have to put yourself in a stressful situation, in a pressure situation, so that the best comes out of you.
Okay. And what do you do besides music? Is there a hobby you?
Besides music, I do event management. I do events.
That's nice.
Event management. I teach also.
Okay.
Yeah, so I teach, and there's a lot of event-related stuff that I do. I
Okay.
paint, which not a lot of people know about me. I'm into photography, editing, video editing stuff. So
Okay.
yeah.
So would you be game to play as a piece?
Yes, surely. So I'm gonna sing my first song. It's called Rave Sangatan,
Okay.
and I shall end it with another verse in English that was originally written as an English song, which
Okay.
got translated to Konkani later
Oh.
with the help of my parents. Yeah.
Wow.
Sguardo vortolo, tańc kurco na unie. Oceanigoro, ancora t'amare. Omoja mola, tu deva cedere. Sola cintalo, uske kadalo, corn like mojirani. Omoja mola rabia sagada. Omoja mola galunada. Gabuya natsia, yadoni sajaya sosarai, sagadi mola sukanguda. I used to dream, I used to wonder who would be the girl who could be my queen. And all my love would you stay together. All my love we could be together. And we could sing and we could dance till the ends of time. And all my love would you be my lover. And all my love I could be your lover. Thank you.
Wow, Maven, that was a really amazing song. Like, I wish to hear more from you and in your coming albums. So, was it the first one?
Yes, this is the first one.
Okay, all right. And what's something that you listen to while traveling between shows? Something that is unexpected, giving the music you make?
Something unexpected, it would be a lot of Spanish music
Okay.
that is there. But then off lately, like this is like only between 4 people that know me really well. One's my manager, and they are like, "What are you listening to?" And this is a torture, and it is Turkish pop
Oh.
and yeah, hip hop. It's a infusion. It's called carp, and they don't like it. But I say, if you're going to enter my car, this is what you have to listen to.
Yeah, I mean.
So that is what I
Okay.
make them listen.
Okay. So Maven, what would your message be to all the young songwriters and musicians out there?
My message to all the young budding artists and songwriters of Goa would be, don't stop believing in yourselves. And there's a lot of people that will tell you that you're not what you're supposed to do. And a lot of people will say like, how will you do it? But then you got to stick to your idea and see that it makes sense to you first before you put it out in front of somebody else. So don't stop believing in your dreams, and just keep doing whatever you want to do in life. And also with terms of your music, stay true to yourself. Don't try to copy somebody else, and that will just keep your idea away. And if you ever need my help, I'm always there for young gold musicians and old musicians as well, young at heart musicians. Also, I'd like to thank my friends, my producers, and my benefactors, whoever have supported this dream, my parents, and those people who have helped me throughout. If I have to take names, I think there are a lot of people, but then I just want to keep a few people. I want to make their names here very loud and clear, so that they don't stop supporting me. Like, I want them to be there all throughout. So here goes Reeve, Mona, and Freon for being very close to me in this dream of mine, and for being there as my support. My parents, my dad's name is Maven Fernandes. He's a theatrist, and he's from Nue Cabo de Rama. My mother, her name is Cynthia Fernandes. She's into charismatic as well. So, but she's also into drama, theater, and my sister and my brother, both of them I can't forget, and my other sibling Vinette, she's also a part of this dream, because when I did not have, a small thing, like there were financial stress, like there was a financial situation when I was a kid with my parents. I think like we had a Walkman, and Vinette and I used to share uh, with one earphone here and the other earphone in her
Yeah.
ear. So we used to listen to music, and she was there for me. And to my cousins, whoever have believed, all my cousins are actually very supportive, and they listen to most of my music all the time, and they make reels out of it. They share it to their friends in Dubai. But then there are these wonderful friends of mine. Um, I'll start with Sudhir and Aliston for being very supportive of this musical dream. When I was nobody, they used to say like you should come to gigs with us, and I was doing gigs with Sudhir and Aliston. So I wanted to thank these two guys, and to my friends who were like really special, like they are angels to me. One is Wayne. So Wayne's brother Wade, and Joshua Stennett, and Cedric, and Sean Sanford. These were the boys from my hometown that were really supportive in the start. And I want to thank a few people. They're like my best buddies in terms of. So I want to thank Shanoa. I want to thank Anushka. I want to thank Ashmit. I want to thank the models who are in my video actually,
Yeah.
and they've been really supportive. I'll start with Dhanika, Nerissa, Vallana, and Elaine, Kezia, Vanika, even Tuyomoga's the child artist Logan. He's the youngest that I have worked with, and absolute gem of a guy. His dad, his mother, especially Roselle and Joshua. Thank you so much. To everyone who's been supportive of this stream, I'd like to say thank you. If I've forgotten anyone, I am so sorry. But I hope you understand. I'm in the studio right now. I am going to forget a lot of things. And yeah, pretty much everyone who supported this stream, thank you so much. I'm forgetting names.
All right. Thank you so much, Maven, for taking time and spending it with us out of your busy schedule. And it has been a great pleasure having you here and telling us about your music endeavors. Kudos to you. Ani soglank tumka dev boren koru ani mog aso.